Hey everyone, hope all of you are staying safe and healthy. So, today I'll be talking about Aksai Chin in the Indian Union Territory of Ladakh. So, before I proceed, I would like to reiterate that even though the data that I've gathered is from reputed sources and experts on the subject, it may still be prone to errors or mistakes. Hence, this video should not be taken at face value. Please arrive at your own conclusions. Additionally, I would like to inform that these maps are for representational purposes only, and they are not to scale. So, in the last video about Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, I had failed to mention about Saksham Valley, which is this, the shaded area, and about Siachen Glacier, which is this. Let me just see if I can. This is Saksham Valley. It was ceded by Pakistan illegally to China in the 1960s. I'll be discussing about it in this video. And this is Siachen Glacier. This part is Siachen Glacier. When the LOC was when this LOC was devised by or agreed upon by the governments of India and Pakistan, after the first war between them in 1948, this Siachen Glacier, the borders were not demarcated as such. So India believed it was in their it was their land, and Pakistan believed it was their land. But in 1984, the Indian Army captured Siachen Glacier, and since then it has been a part of India. So let's talk about Aksai Chin. I'll begin way back, as in the last video, way back when the Britishers defeated Sikhs and captured this area. So during that time, this area was not defined properly, and in 1865, a British civil servant, William Johnson, he made this line, which was the border of Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. So he created this line, and it is known as the Johnson line. So if you can see, this is the Johnson line. All right. And this Johnson line continued till a very long time, but they in order to secure its borders with China, because Britishers were always afraid of Russia invading their imperial empire. So this was also always an area that was susceptible. So in 1897, Johnson Arkdag Line, who was a military officer, he also proposed somewhere the line of the borders like this only. It was more or less similar to the Johnson line. Finally, in 1899, uh, British Consul General at Kashgar, George Macartney, he proposed uh, this line, uh, this line, this line. So I'll show it to you properly. The one with the arrows. This line was supposed to be the border. So this is known as the Macartney MacDonald line, and it was proposed in 1899, and then it was sent to the then government in China, uh, but they did not respond to the British at all. So this was the only line that was passed to China, and they did not respond to the British. Just a moment about that. Somebody knocked on the door. So yes, they sent the George Macartney McDonald line to the Chinese, but they didn't respond at all. So British used both these lines, the McDonald line and the McDonald line and the Johnson line interchangeably, as and when they desired. So in 1911, after the World War and the collapse of the Chinese government, the British reverted to Johnson line, and in 1927 they abandoned the Johnson line and took over, went for the McDonald line because this was a more defensible position against Russia, and Russia and China were having a lot of border problems at that time. So that was it. And however, from 1917 onwards, all the British maps always showed the Johnson line as the border of British India. Um, uh, so even though this was shown as the border in British maps of British India, no boundary was demarcated at the time of independence. So this area remained, Aksai Chin remained demarcated. So now let's come to 1949. So this was the time when this was 2 years after India's independence, when there was a civil war in China, and the PRC, that is the People's Republic of China, the other communist party, took hold of China, assumed power in China, and the other party ran away to Taiwan. So Indian government was the first one to recognize the new power in China, and during this time, Chinese authorities never showed any interest in Aksai Chin. They whenever uh, uh, the Indian government stated that Aksai Chin was a part of India, they never questioned it, and they never said, they never told that this is a part of China. And so this continued on. In 1950, China captured Tibet, and it started building a road. This is the road. This is the road. It started building a road um, to connect its Xinjiang province to Tibet, and they kept on constructing it till for a period of 7 years, from 50 to 57, and it was in 57 that Indian government came to know that the road was constructed. So at that point in time, the Chinese government stated that the border was never demarcated, and the only line, the boundary uh, map that was sent to the Chinese was the McDonald McCartney line in 1899. Even though the Chinese didn't respond to it, that was the only boundary that was sent by British India to them. So the Chinese government stated that this is their territory. So then negotiations began between India and China. It mostly Indian government rejected all of them. They always said that Aksai Chin was a part of India, and during this time, Chinese maps showed. I think in 19. Let me see. 19 1959. Yes, 1959. Chinese maps showed Saksham Valley. Let me go ahead. Showed Saksham Valley as a part of China in in their maps. In Chinese maps, Saksham Valley was shown as a part of China. So this was under the control of Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So in order to assuage the Chinese and prevent their aggression, Pakistan illegally ceded this territory to the Chinese in 1963. uh, if you recall, this was the uh, map issued by the government of India in September last year, 2019, September October 2019, and it shows Saksham Valley, Saksham Valley to be a part of the Union Territory, the Indian Union Territory of Ladakh. So everything is included. Uh, Saksham Valley is included, Aksai Chin is included, everything is included uh, as a part of the Indian Union Territory of Ladakh. So the negotiations continued for a long time. So it started in 1958 and it continued on. So during this time in 1959, the Tibetan revolution took place, and Dalai Lama came to India, and India offered shelter or asylum to the Dalai Lama. This really irked the Chinese, and they felt that India and the US and all the Western powers were against China, and they were against the sovereignty of China, and they were all of these countries wanted to uh, make China not that relevant a power. It was already one of the G5 in the Security Council in the United States. So it had a veto power and everything at that time. So in 1959, because uh, because of this revolution and Dalai Lama coming to India, the Chinese premier, instead of stating that McDonald line would be their territory, they opted for this LAC, line of actual control. They said that this till here it was their territory, uh, and it was their territory, but India did not accept, and it the negotiations continued. In 1960, um, the Indian government advocated a forward policy wherein Indian army started patrolling all the way. It patrolled till here, north of the McDonald line, and till here. That was the farthest that they patrolled, and they there were minor skirmishes between the Indian and Chinese troops uh, while the negotiations were still going on. From 60 to 62, 1960 to 1962, the negotiations continued, but India rejected all of them. Uh, India always maintained that um, uh, Aksai Chin was a part of India. So, uh, so during this time, the Chinese government, what they did is they uh, showed this entire Aksai Chin and even Arunachal Pradesh as a part of China in the Chinese maps. Uh, and during this time, since Russia had problems with China, Russia supported India, and it also provided arms and uh, ammunitions to India. So that is how it became the primary uh, uh, exporter of arms to India. The UK and the US were not supportive of India during this time. So in 1962, the Chinese gave up negotiations after they had planned for quite a long time about invading and capturing the territories. So in 1962, October 1962, 20th October, they stopped the negotiations and the Chinese army started attacking all of that. Soon it captured the entire area, and it captured some parts of Arunachal Pradesh as well within 4 days. And then it stopped the attack, and the Chinese government sent a letter to Jawaharlal Nehru stating certain things wherein they had stated that they would they would accept Arunachal Pradesh to be a part of India if Aksai Chin was accepted as a part of China, and the McDonald line would be taken as the boundary. But Jawaharlal Nehru had a lot of political pressure, and there was a lot of issues there. So the Indian government rejected this proposal. So when the proposal was rejected, the on the proposal was rejected on 14th November. So the Chinese attacked again, and they captured this entire area. They captured Arunachal Pradesh, whole of Arunachal Pradesh, and then they came to the borders of Assam as well. And once it was done, on 20th November 1962, China declared a ceasefire. So during this time, uh, China declared a ceasefire because during this time the Cuban Missile Crisis also happened. So Russia was busy with the Cuban Missile Crisis and could not help India. And during this time, US and UK, they wanted to stop communism, so they decided to help India, and it had sent its warship to uh, the Bay of Bengal as a support system. But since so China had decided to declare a ceasefire, and the negotiations began again. So the US ships were not required. After 20th November, the Chinese who had captured Arunachal Pradesh and all that area, they went back out of Arunachal Pradesh, and the line of actual control was declared as a boundary between India and China. So that is what happened in 1962, and that is the situation till now. There are a few here and there. There are a few border perceptions. That is line of actual control, where it ends and where it, like in the Galwan Valley and Pagong Lake, Fingers area, and all that. That is why the conflict is happening out there. And Chinese have this upper hand. So whenever they want to trouble India, they come here in the borders and they do that. So it's all politics. So this road that was constructed in finished in 1957, it was never refurbished for 50 years. Only in 2013 they started constructing a concrete road here, and they finished the construction. So as a because this was built, India also started building roads all over to protect itself from Chinese aggression. The war of 1962 is, they knew the Chinese could not be trusted that much. So that is happening. So here also, uh, Chinese say we will go back, and they don't go back, and that is why the Indian government is not trusting the China, and negotiations are going on. Nobody wants war. India does not want with China, and China does not want war with India. So it's all gamesmanship, one-upmanship. Uh, Unfortunately, the armies of both the countries will have to sacrifice for the political gains of the political leaders in both the countries. Unnecessary bloodshed. But uh, at least both the governments are on the negotiating table. So that's a great thing. The less the lives lost, the best it is for both the countries. So that is what it is all about. This is the Aksai Chin area, that is the disputed area, and uh, India maintains that it is a part of India and not China. So that's a stalemate at the moment. Maybe both the governments can arrive at a conclusion and settle the border once and for all, so that such unnecessary bloodshed does not take place. Uh, this area is uh, rarely very inaccessible to the Indian side. It is easily accessible from China, and it is a very inhospitable area. Nothing really grows, nobody actually lives there. So the only reason why China is adamant, because it allows uh, China to connect Xinjiang to Tibet. So that this is the easiest area for them to connect, because here all the Himalayas are there and they can't come. China can't come from there. So this is the easiest area for them to come, and they want to maintain hold over uh, Tibet. So that is there. So uh, mm, I am not too sure, but just for ego's sake, uh, the, they can the governments can arrive at a conclusion wherein India can show its international border as that, China can show its international border as this. That's it. Both will be happy, and the troops should be maintained here. That's it. Uh, uh, the world map should show uh, whatever. If the whoever publishes the world map can show this to be a part of China, and Chinese supporters and Indian supporters can show this to be a map of India, because that is the only solution. Nobody's ego will get hurt. Nothing will happen. So let it be that way. We will show it as a part of India. They can show it as a part of China, and the mutually agreed boundary will be this international border, mutually agreed. So the rest of the world can do whatever they want, but India and China are neighbors. They should resolve this easily. And since in 1959, the Chinese government were okay with this and had given up claim in on Arunachal Pradesh. We can give up this much claim and keep Arunachal Pradesh and stop the bloodshed. The As the Indian government said, the age of expansionism is over. It is now time for development and progress. So that's where I should end it, I suppose. This is an opinion piece, so please take it as that only. Um, if you like uh, what if you like the video, please press on the like button. Please subscribe my channel, and if you have any questions, please ask away in the comments. So thank you for your time. Have a good day. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.